welcome to our show, the Raj Show. And it is really a great opportunity for us to speak to you and know how about your services and all. Welcome on board, Major.
Thank you.
And we just wanted to know, you can just introduce yourself and what are you doing now?
Thank you. First of all, thank you for coming and approaching me for the podcast. So really, I am honored. So myself, Major Raghuram Reddy. I am from Anekal Taluk, Mutanalur village, and I did my schooling from village school, Mutanalur. It's a government school. So after 11th and 12th, I did my 11th and 12th from KCP Science College, Vijapur. Thereafter, I joined the Indian Army. So as a technician from Air Defense Artillery. So after around 9 years, I got commissioned into Rajput Battalion, 2nd Rajput. So my aim was to get into the army. Right from the childhood, when I was in class 6, I started preparing for the joining Indian Army. So I was into RSS, then NCC, Bharat Scouts and Guides. So after 12th, immediately after 12th, I joined the Indian Army as a technician. I joined in Air Defense Artillery. Thereafter, I did my competition exams after doing my graduation. Then I served for Rajput Battalion around 13 years. So during my service, I traveled across the country and I represented to United Nations peacekeeping force in African countries. I was there in Sudan, Ethiopia, Kenya, Uganda, all those places. So I did so many operations during the service, and during 1999 I attended Kargil War. I still remember those my friends who was with me, like Captain Vikram Batra is a very challenging personality I can say, and Captain Manoj Pandey, Captain Saurabh Kalia, they are all military award winners who got Paramveer Chakra. So during Kargil War, we lost so many soldiers. I have seen in my eyes their living their lives. So it was a great experience, I can say. And through Rajput Battalion, I did so many militant operations in Jammu and Kashmir. During my entire 25 years of service, I was there in Jammu Kashmir for 8 years. So during 8 years, I did so many operations, militant operations. And first of all, it was my personal aim to join Indian Army. So I decided, come what may, I'll join Indian Army. So somehow I got successful and I served for 25 years. And I'm really happy to be part of Indian Army. Even after coming out from the Indian Army, I am into social services. I'm going to schools and colleges. I'll especially in village schools, like government schools, to go and motivate children to join Indian Armed Forces, paramilitary forces, and even civil police. And during with our motivation and guidance, many children got into Indian Armed Forces, paramilitary forces. So that gives me immense pleasure to serve youth generation. So really, I am very happy to getting connected with you and sharing my experience.
What actually made you to take up this military? Any incident which triggered you, kind of thing? You can share as well.
Definitely, because see, in my entire family, no one was there except my uncle was there. He is also major retired. He was settled in Pune. He is an engineer. He also served for 20 years. Then he got premature retirement. He was settled in Pune. Now he is no more. And he used to motivate me whenever he used to come home. He used to motivate me. You got good physique and you got all good things in you. So you can also try and get into the Indian Army. So I got motivated with my uncle. So thereafter I decided, okay, come what may. Because I am right from the childhood, I am very enthusiastic, like nation, Indian, all those things. I used to give patriotism. So I like patriotism. Then I thought, okay, I will join Indian Army. So that was the only motivation.
So what age you thought, okay, you wanted to join?
I joined in 18 years of age.
18 years.
Yeah, immediately after 12th.
12th.
Yeah, I joined Indian Army. So So I was quite young. I used to take all the challenges during my service and was fighting with militants.
Basic requirement to join an army is 12 or 10?
No, there are different categories in armed forces. I'm talking about armed forces, Army, Navy, Air Force. So minimum qualification required 10th. 12th you get some technical courses are there, and even for like nursing assistant in medical field. So required 12 PCMB, physics, chemistry, mathematics and biology is compulsory. So like minimum education is 10th, and age will start from 17 years to 21 years for soldiers. For officers, graduation is required. Officers cadre will start from 24, age 24 to 27.
When did you start your military career? I mean, how did it go, kind of thing? After 18, you joined, but what kind of military forces you joined?
After 18th, after 12th, I joined Indian Army as a technician from Air Defense Artillery. So Air Defense Artillery is a supporting arm with support to infantry and other arms. So after 8 years, I got commissioned into Rajput Regiment, that is infantry. So after doing my graduation and attending all those competition, clearing all those competition exams, so I joined Indian Military Academy, that is in Dehradun. So I did 1 year training over there. After 1 year training, I get passed out from the Indian Military Academy. Then I got into Rajput Regiment, that is infantry battalion. So there I served for 13 years. So during that time only I represented to United Nations Peacekeeping Force, and I attended Kargil War 1999. So in that duration I attended 4-5 operations, major operations, which was fought against militants in Jammu Kashmir as well as the northeast, like Assam Bodo militants were there. So we used to fight with those Bodo militants. I'm talking about 2011 and 12.
So, any incident where you want to narrate which can be different in your military forces, especially in Kargil, because everybody knows about Kargil now. So, any incident you want to express it?
Definitely, this was during 2002. I was posted in Kargil. So when my battalion was posted in somewhere in Amban near the border of Kashmir, border of Pakistan. So that time we came to know that some militants are hiding away from our camp, around 17-18 kilometers away from my camp. So after getting the clear information about the militants hiding, and then I was being told to neutralize those militants. So our team comprising of around 25 soldiers and 10 police people and around 5 BSF people, we jointly started doing this operation. And when we left from our camp area, around 10 kilometers, so there was a village, because there was no road existing. Only we have to walk through the tracks. So there was no road, and the terrain was so difficult and mountainous terrain, and we have to follow the tracks. So and generally we used to travel during night to ensure the to avoid the movements of our movements walking through the tracks. So what happened after around 10 kilometers, we saw entire village was pin drop silence. We could not see any movements over there. Then I got doubt something is there today here, and I stopped there. Then I went to village and I took around 10-15 civilians. We told, okay, we will move ahead and we will follow you. So while going close to, there was one broken wall. So around 4 to 6 militants were hiding there. They are waiting for us to target us. So moment we reached close to the firing range, those started firing on us. And luckily the civilians who were moving ahead, they did not fire them. So once our column started moving towards them, then they started firing on us. And the person who was carrying a rocket launcher, it's a very effective weapon, he was moving in front of me. He got a bullet hit on his leg and suddenly fell. Then I was walking behind him. I took the rocket launcher and I started firing on those militants. So with that firing, launcher firing, around two militants I saw personally when I saw from the my close eyes, I can see. I saw those two militants are dying. So I suspected around 6 to 8 militants. So rest of the militants they started running behind because that was a huge jungle. So once they got into that jungle, then it's very difficult to follow. So then we started attacking on them. We are running behind them. So and one of the militants they started firing on us. So he was targeting me, being an officer and commander of the team. And one of my soldiers, he saw the militant was targeting me, and he went stood in front of me, and he got around two bullets on his chest. So he is badly injured. Then moment our soldiers saw he dead by militant to one of our soldiers, then they started chasing to those militants. Then they run away, escaped from that place. So thereafter, unluckily that day was snowfall. It was snowfall, and he got two bullets on his chest. And nursing assistant was there. One RMO medical officer was there. So we gave him a strike. Somehow we tried to stop his bleeding. Thereafter, I tried to get the helicopter for evacuation. So because of the bad weather, that day that helicopter didn't turn out. So thereafter I said, okay, around 15 kilometers, and that boy was quite young, very young soldier. And somehow I told him, okay, don't worry. He was unconscious. I said, okay, don't worry, we'll save you. Okay, come what may, we'll not leave you. So then we suddenly what we did, we took him around 5 kilometers. I carried him on my shoulders. Okay, I told him that he will not leave you, don't worry. And we went back to our base camp around 15 kilometers. From there, we got the helicopter. Then we evacuated to Srinagar base hospital, military hospital. Then after 7 days, 8 days, he was there in the hospital. And those bullets were removed, and he is treated. And so that is the one incident I cannot forget in my entire life. So they were targeting me, and he is ready to give life. The kind of if you take care of your troops, your soldiers will take care of you by giving their life also. That is the best example I can tell you.
When you actually in such a war situation, initially when you were trying to get into, so how did you, how was your feelings and how did you overcome that? Because if somebody is dying or something like that, we feel very ignored and we think sometimes we may not come again.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. See, our training itself is very hard training. Even officers training IMA, Indian Military Academy, officers training academy Chennai. So even NDA, National Defence Academy in Pune. So all these places, that hard training. Even in Ghatak training in Belgaum, that 3 months training. During that training, they'll make you hard. The kind of training we get, the kind of motivation we used to get from our senior officers, our instructors. So that itself gives so much of confidence and so much of the hard work we can do with that motivation. So when you go to the field, like war field, not only war field, even when you are fighting with militants. So during that time you forget everything. You concentrate on your only focus on only your how to neutralize those people, how to fight with enemies. That only you concentrate. You don't think anything else. So that is the only motivation you will get during that time.
So you were telling about you were in Ethiopia and Uganda. So it was debuted from India. How is that? How you were?
Yeah, it is actually what happens. There is a United Nations mission, peacekeeping force.
Okay.
We used to help United Nations.
Okay.
So United Nations are there in all the disturbed countries. So we used to give support to them. Those NGOs will be there. The team of NGOs from different countries, they will be there. We used to give protection. We used to take them for, like I was there in Sudan. The road connectivity was very bad. So we used to travel through helicopters. We used to take patrollings every 2 days, 2 times in a day. around 200 kilometers patrolling around the place where we used to stay. And sometimes, these Sudani, those people, not regular army, they have actually every country has their own army and different groups, different armies. They used to make their own army. They're not like Indian army. So they used to trouble people, even they sometimes they used to try to trouble United Nations, those people working for United Nations. So that time we used to support them, we used to give them protection. So that was the kind of job we used to.
How did your family react for your services?
Yeah, first of all, my family was not interested to joining Indian Army. So my mother, I am being a youngest son of my family. So my mother never allowed me to join Indian Army. But my father was supported me, and other my brothers and sisters, everyone supported me. If you want to join army, you can go ahead. So that was the motivation. Even unluckily, being an officer, I was in army. When I was in army, my wife and children were with me. So except those in forward areas like Jammu Kashmir, so they used to stay in some separated family quarters nearest place in my working place. So during entire duration, they were there with me.
Coming back to your designations, so you told me that you started as a technician and then till what grade?
Yeah, I joined as a technician. It's a third grade. So thereafter getting commissioned, I got into Rajput regiment. When I got commissioned, I was a lieutenant. Thereafter, around 5 years, I become a captain. Thereafter, 5 years, I become a major. So I wanted to serve for 20 years. I given the agreement to serve for 20 years. So I served for
25.
yeah, because I went to United Nations peacekeeping force. So I continued for another 5 years. So which I did 25 years. So after major, I would have continued. So I'll become a lieutenant colonel, brigadier, major general, then lieutenant general, then general. So general is the head of the Indian Army, like chief of army staff. So over and above, over the general, field marshal in the entire Indian Army only two field marshals. Then general field marshal Manekshaw and field marshal Timaya. Only two field marshal of Indian Army. So for reaching field marshal rank itself takes a long time and need a lot of efforts.
Tell me about your medals.
Yeah, so I got around 9 medals during my service. So every stage you will get medals. Like serving after 9 years, you will get a medal. Thereafter serving in Jammu Kashmir separate you will get medal. And 25 years of service you will get another medal. And altitude areas, wherever you serve, you will get a medal. And like I represented to United Nations peacekeeping force. So there also I got one more medal. So like this you will get medals. Like I got COAS, Chief of Army Staff Commendation card during the 10th when I was in Delhi. I was posted in Delhi. So getting first commendation card is very challenging, I can say. So I got it in 2010 during Republic Day and Army Day. I was the camp commandant. I was taking care of around 4,000 soldiers and around 3,500 NCC cadets. So I did good job for providing their accommodation, even administration arrangements, food and shelter and clothing, everything. I was taking care. So for that I got the commendation card from Chief of Army Staff. So I was a good sportsman when I was in Indian Military Academy, IMA. I got gold medals and silver medals in swimming competition. So I used to play basketball and handball.
So you have, other than military also, you have other
Yeah.
hobbies also.
Yes, I got all these habits before joining Indian Army.
So after military, after 25 years of military services, what are you doing right now? I mean, after that?
Yeah, presently after coming out from Indian Army, I joined Ashok Leyland Company, a facility head, which is vehicle manufacturing company. So thereafter, I was running my own security agency, Director General Resettlement, provided by Director General Resettlement, that is Indian Army. social service. We run Raksha Foundation. So we used to go to colleges and schools, and we used to motivate people to join armed forces. We go to schools and colleges, give presentations, equality, how to inculcate their qualities, and making a citizen and good person of those schools children. So that we are doing it for last 6-7 years. So I'm full time into it, and I thought, okay, I'm thinking it's a very noble cause. So that's why, and people also supporting us for this noble cause.
It's nice to hear, because not only serving the nation, after that also doing a lot of social services, especially the young generation who wants to become a military, who wants to join the military forces. I think it's a good option also. Now there are a variety of options, and military also is one of the major contribution for the nation actually. Good to hear, Major. And one more thing I wanted to tell, what is the message for this younger generation? Now we have seen most of them are in tech. Everybody is in tech. Even wherever you go in government, everybody is increasing tech. So what do you want to tell the younger generation about joining the military forces?
Joining Indian Armed Forces is a better option because now the technology is so well developed in armed forces. So compared to outside, it's almost same because the efforts are very less, not like olden days, and everything was manually done. Now it's everything in machinery, and because of technology development, and serving for the nation is a nation's right. One should think over about how he can be join Indian Armed Forces, contribute something for the nation. And anyways, if you are not wanted to join armed forces, there are so many other ways to contribute for the nation. At least you can become a good citizen, and not everyone serving in army is not good idea, I cannot say, and even not possible also. There are certain qualifications, certain parameters they need to, even 1,000 people try to go for a selection, only 10 to 15, maximum 20 people will get selected. So that is a kind of challenge, joining armed forces. In southern India, southern part of India, people are not very much interested to join armed forces because they all want to become a engineers, technicians, doctors. They want to earn money, and people are only focusing on money, money minded. Yeah, they're not thinking on nationality, even pride and enthusiasm of nation. All those things are not thinking. They want money. People are money minded, and they want comfort. They wanted to live in a comfort zone. They don't want to work hard, irrespective of their nation's spirit. All those things. But only I think I can guide. I want to say the youth, young generation, be good citizens. Do so many good things to do for the nation. Not only joining armed forces. If you are doing at your level, becoming a good citizen, like maintaining your good personality, good discipline, punctuality. I used to say, whenever I used to go to schools and colleges, I used to say, you should follow this principle: right time, right place, and right dress code. You never go wrong. So these are related to punctuality and discipline. The kind of discipline you follow, you maintain, is very important. And punctuality, generally. So I've seen after coming back from the army, it's a big surprise for me. Like people told to come on so and so time, and I used to reach at the same time, but people never used to turn out to that place in that time. So these are the very experience I noticed after coming from army. So be good citizen and help people, and maintain good discipline and punctuality. That I want to tell the young.
So thank you very much.
Thank you for meeting you and sharing my experiences. This was the Chief of Army Staff commendation card given by Chief of Army Staff, then General V.K. Singh. and during 2010 at Delhi. So during the Republic Day and Army Day parade. This is the memento given by the uh, sub-area commander of Delhi. So this was during the Republic Day and Army Day parade. That was in 2010. So I represented to Army Day parade as a commandant, Adam commandant. During that time only this memento was given. These are the moments given during my service when I left army. Team of representatives who work with me, they are given. So this is the memento, very important memento from two Rajput when I left the battalion. So this was given from the team of officers from the two Rajput regiments. This is a memento when I represented the United Nations mission in Sudan. So this was given to all the officers who were represented to United Nations peacekeeping force. This is ANC Army Medical College, and this was ASC Army Supply Corps. This was signals, core of signals, and this was EME, electrical mechanical engineering. This is ordnance, those who provide equipments, weapons, and all the requirements of equipment. And this was engineers who construct bridges and all the required construction works. These are the 11 medals during the service, and United Nations missions peacekeeping force. That medal is also there.